doing a nice job getting it all locked back. You can these are nuts, and they're goodies that are basically full of all the cows' vitamins, minerals, protein, energy. Kind of like cows love them. Morning, welcome back everyone. Yeah, it's cold one today, very cold. I think last year we only had 1 or 2 ground frosts in total in 2024. Already had 4 or 5 so far this year. You can see behind me, quite a hard frost. Not crazy frost, just on the top, but that means we cannot, you can see it's just underneath, it's not too bad, but it's just on the top, white layer of frost. And it's always amazing seeing actually the frost pockets and why fields are early. So you can see in this field here, if you look there, this lower end where it's a bit lower is all white and there's a hard frost. And then gradually, as you walk up, you can see there's less frost on the more higher up where it's a bit more sloping. And that's where you can see, if you see above, those are our coatees or steep south facing slopes. That's where you've seen us planting last week already if you watched the previous few videos. So those or even a bit higher up and even steeper. So we've had, got on okay yesterday. We're trying to get the ground ready for planting Jersey Royals. We had a lot of rain. We had 40, nearly 75 mil last week. So it has taken a while for our land to dry out, but we've been flailing, rotovating, and then we ploughed some fields yesterday with the hope that we'll get some in today. Still not perfect, so we're going to plant a few, then we'll be covering with polythene, and then we'll get more fields ready for the rest of the week. We've got dry 10 days ahead of us, so should be good. So hopefully I'll get some clips of us getting all the fields ready and a bit of whatever else comes up, so hope you'll enjoy it. So yeah, you'll see here we've got Alex, and he is topping off this is an Italian ryegrass lay. It does just vary a little bit according to where we are, how small the field is. We do tend to graze off most of our cover crops with our young stock or our cows, but this little field here, it's only 3 verges, which is about an acre and a little bit. So small, it's not really worth, it's on its own, it's not worth us bringing our cows here. So this is our Italian ryegrass in since last April, and it's just been topped off, and we just keep flailing it just to encourage the grass to regrow and also to put organic matter back in the soil, which then helps us, should make it better soil for us to grow it. So he's just working his way around the outside, then he'll start going up and down. This is quite stony, that's why you can hear the chattering there, that's just little stones. This is another early field, south facing, that is the east coast of Jersey. It's the sea just over there, and that's France in the very distance. So again, quite close to the coast. We do tend to have much smaller field sizes early on, and we gradually get into the bigger fields as we move on to the kind of slightly flatter and fields as we get into the main planting in February. But yeah, he's in the 120M, got the spearhead flail on, doing a nice job getting it all locked back. We do find the spearhead does a really nice job of cutting back low, and it cuts it back really nicely and mulches it up really well. It does struggle a bit going into the bigger cover crops and kind of more leafy, higher material, but for doing stuff like this, it does a cracking job. So this will be cut now, and then what's going to happen is we will come with a rotavator. This will be rotavated lightly on top just to break up the grass, and then it'll be ploughed tomorrow and hopefully planted on Wednesday. Takes kind of a day each process really this time of year, because it has been so wet. So yeah, there's about, hopefully rotovate it today, plough it tomorrow, better plant it on Wednesday. Pavel seed and the 130R, and he's got the Brevillary rotavator on. Rotavator is just a, for those who don't know, rotor on the back, lots of blades on it, spins around and it chops up the grass. You can see here it's not chopped up. If you look, after it's gone through, it's been chopped up into little pieces, and it just helps, it breaks it up, and it helps just dry the ground out a bit. It is still a little bit, tiny bit tacky on top, but again, it's quite heavy ground, and it will really help. It's a stunning day. That is the east coast of Jersey again, looking out to like the Hock and St Clement's way. And if we can So this is a field here where these are now being ploughed up. John's here in his Massey. This is my cousin. A lot of people have said, why have we got a Massey? This is my cousin ploughing for us. He has a Massey Ferguson, so that's why they're, and he's doing some ploughing for us for the potato season. So yeah, this has all been rotavated yesterday and now being ploughed up. It'll be left a day, and then it'll be hopefully planted tomorrow afternoon. Not bad, to be honest. Found up okay, but it just needs a little bit, tiny bit smeary on the top. So hopefully crumbly there, but it needs some sun on it to try and hopefully make it a bit nicer for planting tomorrow. It is still a bit, we're not ploughing flat out yet. We're just going to do a few fields today. Hopefully it's a nice sunny day, so we'll have hopefully again a fairly okay day tomorrow ploughing, and then we'll go flat out on Wednesday, plough a lot I think, because it looks like we're still saying it's dry all through the weekend. So yeah, hopefully should have a good week. But it's turning over nicely again. You can just see maybe in the distance there, probably not, that's the young stock. Young stock have been grazing all this block. There's grass through there, through here and across the way. All of this area is going to be ploughed up this year. This field over here is actually organic. That's going to be an organic early English salad potatoes. But yeah, hopefully have a good week ahead. This corner here is a bit of a pain. It always stays wet. All the rain. We had about 40 mil in a day on Wednesday. It runs off and comes down to here, so it always stays a bit wet, that corner. See behind me, we're in the cow shed. We're just getting the cows, I've fed out already, the two groups. I'm just getting the hay loaded for the dry cow ration or dry cow mix. People who are new to the channel haven't seen yet, we also have got, alongside our Jersey raw potatoes, we've got our milking herd too. So we've got pedigree Jersey cows, got about 430, of which usually around 200 we aim to milk all year round. And then we've got another kind of 30 or 40 dry cows, and then young stock and young ones make up the total number. I say my plan is I'm going to try and do some more detailed videos of our dairy cows, all about the feed we feed them, the milking parlours, etc. The next few weeks when we have some wet weather. I'll try and focus on that, but just thought whilst I was here today getting them fed, I will show you a bit and just seeing them all tucking into their breakfast. So we've also got joys of these feeders. It's been a while actually, but this is the problem, it's all bunged up. Somehow we have got some wet feed. So there's an auger in here which basically goes up all the way along. If the auger is obviously full of this gummy stuff, it's not going to feed out properly, so get it unblocked and then hopefully get it back on. Also found this stone line there as well, God knows how that gets in there, but anyway, get it unblocked and hopefully it's going to fix it. So yeah, this is I'm clipping back to show you what it was, but this is the silo. This is where all the feed is stored for the cows that they eat in the parlour, in the milking parlour. So I'll go and show you in a minute, but this is basically what's happened. This big silo behind me, we blow our feed or cake or nuts into it. This is what nuts are. These are nuts, and they're goodies that are basically full of all the cows' vitamins, minerals, protein, energy. Kind of like cows love them. It's like sweets or chocolates to cows. But yeah, annoyingly, it was all blocked up at the bottom. Got it unblocked now, and you can hear it's running through nicely. It was all, don't know why, whether it might have been due to, we have had some wet weather and it was tricky, we had to blow up in a slightly damp weather, and whether that's caused it, or it might be, we have had quite a while ago a crack at the top. That was about 4 or 5 years ago, and water was getting in there, so I have to check that out tomorrow. But luckily it's all working now. If we come back through, I'll show you. Hopefully you can still hear me, but all these blue hoppers, that is where the feed's stored. And it's an auger system. It's this white auger here, basically a coil, and it goes along and it's pulling the nuts from outside that silo out there, all the way along here, along there, and it fills up each hopper individually and keeps going along. And the auger runs all the way along here. It's filling at the end at the moment, all the way around. And in a minute it'll be powered along there and fill up. And I'll say that's where the cow's feed comes into these mangers here. And then they eat, the cows come there and the cows eat, put their heads through there. So it's all done on a Sunday. But anyway, that's hopefully all sorted, and we'll check out the top of that silo tomorrow and make sure it's all good. But delay me a bit, but now head out east and we'll well, I might have already shown you that, but we've got lots of, well, John's ploughing, Massey and Lemken, Flailing and Rotovating, so you either seen that or you will be seeing that.